We're gonna take a look at that, and really, it's just like this. Like Cody, this is the best conference in college basketball. Like bar none.
Hmm.
You see this. You see Arizona, who has a huge game tonight against BYU, the third place team, who's 7-0. Texas Tech gets a huge win over Houston, which we'll go over in the Big 12 second. You have BYU getting a win over Utah. Houston, KU just putting B to A to K State. Um, we have to man that we have, when we talk about that game was hilarious. And then there's
Yeah.
Iowa State. So you see these
Hmm.
six teams like separated by two games, and it just seems
Yep.
like, man, if you lose this, if you lose a game, then it's like it stinks. But like basically now, I think if you're an Iowa State fan, I think you really now should just focus on seeding, because the way that this conference is going, as much as I would love to win a regular season title, I don't know if it's going to happen because, I mean, yeah, Arizona at some point has to lose, but like the way they're playing, they might not lose for a bit.
Yeah. And I mean it. I think there was something like we knew like for the, I mean for the couple years that like for the most part like Houston had been basically running the league, and then I think a
Hmm.
lot of people were wondering like who can like run like who can like give Houston a run like out like who can like potentially be in the way Houston like running the league, and it turns out that Arizona is exactly that. Yeah, they're off to like this is like the unanimous number one team in the country. There's no doubt about it. Like they are right now, in my eyes, the number one overall team in the country. So, but I mean, if we're talking about seeding, just just looking at the Big 12, I feel like there is a sharp drop off from from the top six. Like once you get into once you get past Kansas and Iowa State, there's a drop off to Central Florida and then West Virginia, and then there's a little bit of a drop off. You get to TCU, Colorado, and then I'd say Colorado, and then it, the middle pack of the conference is just it feels very weak. And if you're looking to try to get like a seventh or eighth team in the NCAA tournament from the Big 12, you would have to look at UCF being the team to do so, because I think they're probably the best team for that situation, and you can't have UCF just collapse if you want to get like more than just the top six. Obviously, the top six in the Big 12 can all go to the Sweet 16, go to the Elite Eight. You even have a couple of them that can win the national title. Arizona can do that. I think BYU could. Houston could. But I'm just looking at this conference and like, man, you have a clear top of the conference and a clear basement of the conference. But
Uh-huh.
looking at that middle, it is not looking. It is ugly.
The midi middle is ugly. Like there's some losses to be had in here,
Yeah.
and I think
I,
like these middle 4 or 5 teams that are right below Iowa State are pesky teams. So if you don't play your best, they could come up and beat you.
Yep. And I mean, we could probably talk like I think we could talk more about like each of these teams when we get like in our Big 12 segment, because
Yeah,
oh boy, I got some things I wanted I think there's like, a lot good deep diving you can do. Because I was able to watch like a good amount of the Big 12 games.
same. But let's before we do that, let's go and talk about bracketology, where there is the bracketology um thing right here.